It's coming up to 8:30 here this morning, and delighted on the breakfast show of Folly Farm now to be talking, well, swim adjacent, shall we say, with Cathy Beatson from the Fishguard RNLI from the lifeboat station. Good morning, Cathy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Tom. Thank you. I'm so pleased I'm on the show with you. Thanks for giving me the time.
Well, your station have been wonderful to us, always coming up with different ideas to talk with us with your open days. I know they've been a massive success in the past. And of course, we've had other colleagues of yours talking about the lifeguards up in White Sands and down in Tenby over the last Easter break as well. Hopefully you'll be catching up with them as we come up to summer half term and also the summertime off. But of course, this isn't just a seasonal thing, is it? Being part of the lifeguard and the RNLI, this is something that we need all year round here in Pembrokeshire.
Absolutely, it's 24/7, every single day of the year and every hour of the day. Yeah, really important.
And it's easy to forget when we look at the images and Saving Lives at Sea, the programme which very much gives us the inside scoop as to what goes on the water, that the lifeboat is very much forms so much more than just the crew members you see on the boats or on the call-outs.
Yeah, there's so many people involved, and that's always a thing for me to remember. There's so many things that people could do if they wanted to get involved with us. It's so exciting.
Which kind of makes me look at you direct and ask you, who are you and how did you get involved in the lifeboat? And I know that when we started talking, you had run roll, but that has since changed in the time that we've been organising this interview as well. So give us a bit of insight as to who Cathy is.
Yeah, so things move very quickly in the RNLI. So I'm Cathy Beatson, and I'm now the lifeboat operations manager at Fishguard Lifeboat Station. So it's my role to ensure a permanent state of readiness, as we've just talked about. It's really important that we're always ready when we get the call. Now, I'm still a launch authority at the station as well. I do that role. And again, the launch authority role is really important because the launch authority is the first point of contact with the Coast Guard. And they make the decision around whether the boats will launch. They use really strict criteria in terms of the crew that's available, the skills people have, the wind, the weather and the tides. But it's their decision whether the boats go or not. And I work very closely with the launch authorities.
Yeah, so you went from launch authority, so you had that responsibility of, I'm sending these, let's not forget, these volunteers out into these conditions. That's your call along with the Coast Guard. And then just to touch on that, operations manager, you're now responsible for that whole house, as I'm going to call it, making sure that everything is ready to go as soon as that call does come.
Yes, and I take that responsibility readily. I think it's a privilege. But remember, I've got a great team of people at Fishguard Lifeboat Station. The RNLI is so lucky with their volunteers. They're people who are highly committed, highly skilled, enthusiastic, great to be with. So I'm really lucky in doing that. And that, to some extent, I think is the benefit of volunteering, because you meet so many different people from different walks of life. And yeah, they are great people.
Yeah. Now, I was brought up on the hills of Little Haven, and you always knew it was going out because the flares would be coming up from the Little and Broadhaven lifeboat. I imagine that would have been one of the roles of the launch authority. So this launch authority role, how does it work in practice?
Well, it's an on-call. We're on call. We take turns to be on call. So when you're on call, you're on call for a whole week. We use pagers, we use technology, we've got phones, we get contacted in various ways. We work very closely with the Coast Guard and other agencies around who help and support us. So it's a responsibility, but I didn't have a maritime background. I've got a nursing background. I came from 40 years in the NHS. So again, I was used to working with very different complex teams, and I've brought those skills to what I do now. But I didn't have a maritime background, and you don't need it. The training and support you get to be able to work confidently as a launch authority, has been excellent, and that is certainly available. So I would certainly encourage anybody who's interested in joining us at the RNLI and at Fishguard Lifeboat Station to get in contact with us through our website. Come down and see what we do. Come and talk to us, have a cup of tea, have a chat. There's lots of things that people can get involved in at the station. And we'd love to meet people who are keen to help us and work with us and volunteer for us.
Yeah. I mentioned the open days. That's a great opportunity with a little less pressure of just popping your head in and be like, I wonder if I could fit in here. And one thing I've noticed talking over the last kind of 18 months, 2 years or so, is the training means that there's never really any doubt as to what you need to do. The training is comprehensive as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. And it's available in different ways. It's accessible for many different people. We're really keen to get people from all walks of life involved, all walks of life. So yes, I think we make use of all the resources we have very well in order that people are confident. And also the most important thing is that we make sure that people are safe when they're working with us, Tom. That is so important. And one of the fundamentals for the RNLI is that we deliver a safe service.
And so if someone is interested in giving their time and volunteering with the RNLI, looking at Fishguard specifically, because there is a bit of a time barrier around you, isn't there? For each lifeboat, is there a criteria you need to be within a certain distance?
Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
So is there a requirement that you need to be within so many miles or so many minutes of the station? How does that work if someone's interested in listening now?
Yes, for the on-call roles, you do have to be able to attend the station in 10 minutes. That's true. But there are lots of other things that can be done apart from those on-call roles. Yeah.
And I know that you said that people can pop down and see you and have a cup of tea and see what's going on with the station. What are other ways that someone could get in touch with you?
Well, there's on the website, if people go to the Fishguard Lifeboat Station website, there's our telephone number there. There's the address of the station there. So please give us a call as well. But have a look at it, have a look and see what you think. And also we've got lots of things on social media. Make sure that you're liking things so that we know that people recognize what we're doing. But yeah, it is about having a look and seeing what happens and talking to us.
Yeah, the different teams around the coast of Pembrokeshire, we're very lucky that we're serviced by so many different lifeboats. The social media teams and the reports that we get in, we try and share as many as we can here on Pure West Radio. And just to, before I forget, a big thank you to you, the crew members, the volunteers, the event organisers that help us keep safe at sea.
Yeah, thank you for that, Tom. That's really nice to hear, and I'll certainly pass that on to the team. But we absolutely appreciate that people do value us. But that's, and we are very happy to give back to our communities in the way that we're doing so.
Yeah. Are there any events coming up because I know that there is this half term coming up. You got any events where the doors are going to be deliberately open for people to pop down and say hello?
Not over half term, but you mentioned the open day. We've got an open day on August the 9th. And as you say, that's a great family day. We've also got a summer solstice walk on June the 21st when we walk around Deaners's Head at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's an early start, but it's a lovely one. So yeah, we've got those coming up, and the details of those will be on the website.
Amazing. I saw pictures of last year's solstice walk. It was stunning, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah. Cathy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And if you're someone that's listening or watching this or watching it back and you think, I fancy giving volunteering the RNLI a go, whether it's the launch authority that we specifically talked about today or any of the different volunteer roles that you can find at the station in Fishguard or any others around Pembrokeshire, then go on the website and find out and see if there's time that you can give to help others and be in that privileged position, as Cathy mentioned, of helping us and our seafarers around the coast. Cathy, I always ask at the end of an interview if there's a song that you would like to hear. It's the hardest question of the day. Have you got one lined up for us?
I have, of course. Yeah. And I'm always ready. Yes, it's Happy by Pharrell Williams, because the station is my happy place and that reflects the station for me.
I love that. That's on the way for us next. Anything that I've missed out, Cathy, that you think, I just want to mention that before I go?
No, I think that was it. Thank you, Tom. Thanks
You're
very much.
so welcome. Thank you so much for your time here this morning. Cathy's not the only guest that we're going to be having on the breakfast show this morning. Ellen Harve is going to be talking the Eisteddfod and the music that's going to be played there. And of course, it won't be too far away from Fishguard being up there in Llantud in the first week of August. So looking forward to that at about 9:15. Thank you so much, Cathy, for your time here this morning.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks.
Wake up with Gina and Tom, weekdays